Let's see all the beautiful people who have joined this live stream. And for all those who are already here, firstly, we did skip the first few seconds, but we are here. Answer this. When was the last time you communicated just with your facial expressions? This is your first question. While I welcome you all, I'm expecting your messages in the chat box. I don't know what happened with the previous chat, it got disconnected, but here we are. So go ahead and join this live stream. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in. Ahil, Shivani, Viron, Raj, Priya, Scavenger. Hello for the first time. Is it the first time you're joining a live stream? I'm seeing all of you. Hello. It's so nice to see you all joining this live stream live. Let me know how it feels because I feel very excited. I want to hear from you as well. All right. So your question is, when was the last time you communicated with just your facial expressions, or when someone else did the same? Like you thought you got a message without that person speaking to you at all. Think about it. It could be that judgment look, or putting you down look, or even sometimes motivating look or demotivating look. You know how people's faces open up when they feel motivated, when you say something nice, or sometimes it just shrinks. So there's so many things your face is constantly doing. But in today's video, we are going to be talking about how you can change your impression just by changing your expression. It is just one part of your personal brand, your overall impression that you can create with your body language, with your presence. But today we are specifically talking about expressions. So I'm looking forward to your answers in the chat box as I continue to read some of these messages here. Thank you for all the compliments that are coming in. Keep them coming. Thank you. But I'm really looking forward to some of these answers because this is what helps me communicate better. We are chatting together, right? And we're talking about communication. So go ahead and use it. You're using emojis, okay? That's nice. Someone looked as if I should have known the answers. Not a very positive one, right? Like they expect, right? Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes even you do that and you don't even realize it. And most of the time it happens because you are not in control of your facial expressions. You just let them flow. So it's like, you know, when you're cooking, if you don't have a recipe in mind, you can't just make something up. You have to think of what the end result is going to be and plan accordingly. So yeah, I'm still looking for some of those answers. I use my facial expressions purposely. That is amazing. That was a hill. Guys, if you're going to be asking me for some of the other topics, I will try to read them towards the end. But right now, let's try to keep all our responses more engaging and more related to this topic. So, bookish face. Bookish face. What is a bookish face? And somebody said today on Zoom, someone looked as if I should. Alrighty. So I will let you go ahead and keep typing because I like this. I like when people bring their husbands in or their family in. I know this morning I was talking to my son, and instead of telling him sweetly, which I've done multiple times, please remember to bring your lunchbox. Please remember to bring your lunchbox that you've been forgetting at school. I just bent down, looked him straight in the eyes, and lunchbox. And he called me from school. He's like, Amma, I have the lunchbox. So, see, sometimes using your eyes, the power of communication can completely change it without getting aggressive. You think you look worried more than I mean to. Yes, that happens. You know why that happens? It's because you're used to holding a lot of facial tension in your face, and that just keeps building over a period of time. So, we will be touching upon this as well. But I am going to keep looking out for these chats. But if I keep reading, then I cannot speak as much. So let's get back to the topic. And I promise, I'm going to read these, if not right now, towards the end of this. And let's keep chatting. So, welcome to Blush with Me yet again. And like I mentioned earlier, today's topic is change your face expressions to change the impression you want to create. It actually creates a lot more than just an impression. It creates better opportunities for you. And tell me if um, I am not correct, because I know it sometimes creates opportunities, and sometimes you can literally see opportunities slipping away from you by not knowing how to engage your facial muscles. You're engaging your facial expressions when you're communicating with people. It not only creates better opportunities, I'm a very strong believer that it gives you courage to speak more often. It helps you connect better with people. People like you a lot more when you engage your facial expressions. Is that right? Do you agree with me? If you do, then give me a hand up emoji. I will look out. I don't want you to keep typing while you're chatting with me. Just give me that emoji. I will be touching upon a few other important points, but please hit that join membership button, because very shortly I will convert this live stream for members only. And if you see the join button, there are three levels, or rather three different tiers of membership. There is curious, there is serious, and then there is precious. You get some amazing content either ways. But if you are the precious member, you not only get the exclusive content and some behind the scenes, but you also get an opportunity to join me in live streams where I give you exclusive content and also get to discuss what kind of videos I should be making. So brainstorm some topics together and connect more. So that's the whole idea. And some of these topics that I cover here, if you do any sessions with me or master classes, they could be way more expensive. So I think in smaller groups, as members connect with me, it's just very exciting for me to be seeing you guys a lot more frequently, and to see that you're actually supporting your favorite YouTuber, if I may say so. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to see if any of you, oh, lots of hands up emojis. I like the pink ones. Alrighty. So tell me how many of you, by the way, when we go into the live stream for members, I will be talking more about how you can trick your mind and your face to quickly change your expressions, because I know it is not possible. Like, you could be in a bad mood, or you just don't know how to handle a certain situation, but just by changing your brain and your facial expressions, you could be completely ready for any situations. I will be talking about squinching eyes and smiling with your eyes versus just smiling with your lips. So if you do this versus this, you're still coming across warm, but the first one is so much more welcoming, confident, and you're not grinning. Let me tell you the importance of smiling with your eyes. The importance is, actually, let's go back to an example that might be easier for you. Have you ever seen any of these ramp models, the fashion shows? There are two different things I want you to compare to. One is watch a beauty pageant, and the other one is watch just a ramp show, just a fashion show. You'll see in a beauty pageant, the girls are smiling here, right? You want people to look at you. You're engaging your whole face, your full expressions, because you want to be liked, you want to be seen. You don't want to come across standoffish. But when you are in a fashion show, you'll notice that models mostly just express with their eyes, because they don't want to distract with their full facial expression. So both of these could be very important for you to learn. And tell me if you've made this observation ever, or at least now that I'm talking about. Let's see your responses in the chat box. Alrighty. I'm seeing a lot of hands up still. Guys, please let's avoid the face yoga videos or how to reduce facial fat. I will be talking about it. We will definitely work on more videos around that. There are already a lot of videos. Please check out my face yoga playlist. It already has some videos. Actually, I filmed something recently. So, yes, some of these topics will be handled. The subscription button, if you see under any of my YouTube videos, there is a join button. For those who are inquiring, just click on that and you will see all the three options to become a member, and that's how quickly you can become a member. Yay! Thank you so much, whoever is joining. Right? I wouldn't say models are blank face. Yes, there are quite a few. There's something known as a deadpan look, but there is also the hunter eye look. Very different from deadpan. Deadpan could just be this. How are you? I'm fine. When you engage your eyes, when you have the hunter eyes, you have the queen look, the leader look. I'm not saying standoffish, but it's more engaging with your eyes. Right? Now use this in communication. If you're doing a presentation, you can completely have a different narrative of what you're saying. Thank you, Kathleen. You've just joined. I will be doing another live stream just to shout out all the new members who have joined. And I think I just checked a few, I think there were 150 or so who joined yesterday, if I'm not wrong. But it is amazing to see all of you joining. So I am looking forward to the next live stream with my special members. Okay, so tell me, why do you think it is important to express better? Why are you excited about this video? Why could you not master this? Why have you not given this any importance in the past? And you may have, but of course not everyone knows how to handle it. So let me tell you, when you don't know how to use your body language, when you don't know how to use your facial expressions, you start becoming, or rather you rely more on just the words that are coming out of your mouth. And when you do that, when you're speaking only with your words, it doesn't add enough value. You want to add more value to what you're saying, but you don't have all these supporting facilities or these skills, let's call that, when it comes to body language, when it comes to expressions, when it comes to using your hands, your body, your curves, everything. When you learn how to use them differently, you communicate a different message, right? So when you don't know how to use them, you'll end up depending only on your words, and that means you have to speak a lot more. You sound less convincing. And tell me if I am right or not. I am looking for those messages. Yes or no? Write yes if you have experienced that it was difficult for you to communicate and you just land up speaking a lot more than you need to. When you don't know how to use your body language better, you don't know how to use your pauses much better. There could be times when you're speaking and all you need to do is, that's exactly what I was saying. All I did was just took a pause, changed my body language, engaged my eyes, and there you go. So let me know if you have tried doing this or not. Yes, 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 yes. That's good to see in the chat box. But I am about to give you an example. So I'm quickly going to browse through some of the chat messages. And I want, when I'm giving you this example that I'm about to give you, I want you to type in the chat box some of the words that may come to your mind when you speak, when you see me speak one way and when you see me speak the other way. So if I had to say something like, tell me something. Okay. I'm sure it was tough, but if you feel ready, let's get back to work. Right? The other one is, I'm sure it was tough, but tell me if you feel ready. We can get back to work whenever you're ready. Right? Now, both had the same message, but one had more facial expressions. I'll give you another one. Mm, and I want you to tell me what you felt when you saw these expressions, right? Let me see your messages first. You met someone that didn't even smile. Oof. It's not hard work, it's the easiest. Like smiling is the best way to reduce your facial stress. So, especially if you're working in a high stress or a very stressful environment, keeping your face relaxed will actually help you a lot more than looking all stressed all the time. I love reading this. I think I'm getting so much more engagement from your content from the chat here that I just want to keep reading, but I can't wait to get back to what we were talking about. Love it. I'm sure you guys can see these comments too. So please keep reading not just what I'm saying, what I'm typing, but what the others are saying as well. So here's another example. You're powerful. It's only because of your belief in my knowledge that I'm here today. Now, switch. You are powerful. And it's only because of your belief in my knowledge that I'm here today. Two very different messages, two completely different body language examples. What did you feel from the first one? What did you feel from the second one? Powerful, enhances your communication. So I see some people saying, I smile and say, speak to everyone. My idea is not just to keep smiling. I actually, when I do a lot of my one-on-one client sessions, I have had quite a few people who say I am in trouble because people take me for granted, and when I observe their communication skills, I notice it is because they just smile too much. There is, when it comes to anything in your personality, you cannot rely upon one thing so much and hope that it's going to take you places that you completely ignore the importance of the others. Now, say for example, you say, hey, you know what, this dress looks really nice on me, so you're going to wear it every day. Are you going to wear it for every occasion? Are you going to wear it for a party, to a wedding, to a funeral, to a date? No, everything has its own purpose, similar to even makeup or your body language, everything. Even your social media, a lot of you, I'm sure, are either entrepreneurs, or you could be looking to post your pictures on social media, or your videos, or on dating websites, or when you're meeting people in person, or give me other examples. Or when you travel, or when you meet new people, you may not even know the language. How do you connect with people when you're in a boardroom or you want to do the presentation? You cannot depend just on smile. There is so much more. Like, it is sometimes good, use it, create a good balance when you're smiling, because people are relating to what you are saying. So on certain things, just smile is not enough. Like if I just said, you're powerful and it is because of your belief that I'm here, that grin, that smile, that constant eye contact is not good either. Learn to take your eyes away when you need to, look away, come back to the person. Smile, reduce the smile, increase the smile, smile with your eyes, keep a warm expression, keep a powerful expression. There are so many things you can do with this little piece, which is, I think, even 1/10 of your whole body. Now, imagine how much more you can achieve with your whole body. Hands are another example. People don't use their arms, their hands as effectively. I have filmed some video on this, but again, a great topic to do a live stream on, where I would want you all to be fully active and alert and ready to use your hands, your arms when you're communicating. So, alrighty, let me read a couple of messages while you guys ponder over what I just said. How to improve English speaking. That's not really my topic, but very recently I had a client. I didn't have to correct her whole English. I actually told her how to highlight what she can speak in English so beautifully that she is thriving in her business. She is somebody who I would say probably even knows just 50% of what I would expect a good English speaker to be. But it is all about, when it comes to your personal branding, when it comes to creating a new impression about yourself, it is not just about working on no, it is also about whatever is already positive in you, whatever your strengths are, learn to highlight them and take the attention away from whatever may not be the best about you. Why would you want to highlight the worst about yourself? And I've seen this so often when women go on dates. They immediately want to say, oh, I have temper issues. Oh, I have this issue. I shop. I don't save any money. Why? Learn to speak, if not super positively about yourself, but let the other person also explore through who you are with your body language, your communication skills, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you treat other people around you, the way you listen. There's all of this is communicating. So all of this can be achieved when you're doing any of the image transformation sessions with me. But tell me how to keep me motivated. Buddy, I have to give you a good and a bad news. One, this is not the topic we are on, but you cannot stay motivated all the time. I don't. What keeps me going is something completely different. It is discipline. Like this morning, I was not motivated to wake up an hour earlier than I should so that I can finish my workout before the live stream, so that I can finish my dog walk, cooking for my kids, cleaning the house, and everything before the live stream. But if I wanted to fit something new, it is only discipline. There's no way I was motivated. I slept at 10. There's no way I wanted to wake up at 4:30 to make this happen. But I did. And that happened because of discipline. Force yourself every morning. Force is probably not the right way, but even if you don't want to work out, tell yourself you need to do it. Even if you don't feel like seeing a certain person, but if you know that person is important for your meeting, for your career, and you have to see that person, learn to engage your facial muscles, learn to improve your facial expression so that person doesn't know you dislike them. Because it happens when you don't feel that energy you want from the other person, you need to bring it out from within you. And when you go for any of those meetings, remember, this is one of the things I did want to talk about, is you need to harness that energy from within and tell yourself, give yourself a time bound performance. Tell yourself that I am going to put up my best act. The other person should not know that I don't really enjoy this person's company. But you know what? I have done this in the past, and every time there have been people who I have tried to run away from or avoid. Once I accept them and deal with them for that moment, for good or bad, I wouldn't say I've started liking them, but it just becomes very easy for me to handle these people. And those people may actually start liking you. You may not even know that they like or dislike you. You dislike them, but at least you're not creating enemies in the process. You might only get more support from other people. So on that note, woo, thank you. You respect my honesty. I mean, if I wasn't honest, this channel wouldn't have survived for this long. That's me. Thank you so much. Some of you are asking me to speak in Hindi, but I know that the community here is from all around the world. So to all those global fans and followers and family members, I am going to take one quick second and say something in Hindi just to say hello to some of the people from India who've been asking. Multiple of you have been asking me to speak either in Hindi or Marathi. And yeah, I know quite a few languages from India. So I will go ahead and say something. So think about what I just said. If you have any pointers about it or your experience based on what I just said or how you could have changed this, then make sure you write that in the comment. अच्छा, तो अभी हम क्या बोलें? कोई बोल रहा है कि उन्होंने मेरी मसाज वीडियोस देखे हैं अबाउट आईब्रोज और आंखों को रेज करने के लिए, एंड इट वर्कड. ऑफ कोर्स इट वर्क्स. अगर मेरे एक्सरसाइज करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली इट विल वर्क. not just exercises, अगर मेरे videos भी आप देखेंगे from image transformation point of view, ये सब काफ़ी helpful हैं. And oh my God, it's so hard to suddenly transition when I know that there are so many English speaking people. बीच में हिंदी बात करना और बीच में English में बात करना. But okay, I need to talk like I'm talking to my friends in India and get my full on accent on. Alright, आज के टॉपिक के बारे में आपको क्या पसंद आ रहा है, आप मुझे वो सबसे पहले बताइए. And don't say Hindi speaking, please. That is not a topic of the day, so please let me know. I'm still seeing a lot of queries on face yoga, but we will deal with that later, like I said, in maybe a different video. All right. So how many of you agree that it's not just your facial expressions? You can apply the same logic of bringing attention to your strengths versus just highlighting your weaknesses is more important, and taking the attention away from your either weakness or your drawbacks or your limitations is equally important. And you could apply it to anything. Like we do that with makeup, right? Like if your eyes look good, you highlight your eye makeup. If your lips look good, then you highlight your lips. Or if it is your cheekbones or whatever, you do it. And if you can't do it, then you rely on face yoga with Parmita to start to sculpt them naturally. By the way, if you are interested in any of these, I will, towards the end or during this chat, I will add some of those links here. So do check it out. When it comes to personal branding, especially, I had hosted a 4-hour long masterclass on how can you explore your personal brand and develop a completely new brand out of yourself by using my 4 secrets. And I will link that. I should actually link it here right now for you. So you can go ahead and enjoy. Let's go ahead and add it here to the chat. You can purchase access to it. I think the promo code, if there are any spots still left, might be available for 50 blush, 50 BLUSH. I don't recall if it was all uppercase letters or lowercase, but one of those two should work if there are any spots still left. Otherwise, I still think it is worth purchasing access to this and practicing everything that I'm talking about. All right. I'm so excited to see some of the new messages that are coming in. Jewelry is important. Yes, I've actually, after a long time, I filmed a video about jewelry that will be on my channel soon. But yes, I do want to talk more about what is the right jewelry for your face shape, what delicate jewelry versus statement pieces, all of that. Yes, jewelry is important. And I think not just for women, even for men, there are certain accessories that are very important for your confidence to change. So yes, I will be using your suggestion here and making more of those videos, because listen, life is throwing opportunities at you every day. You need to be ready to create your own opportunities by developing your personal brand. You cannot say that, hey, there was an opportunity, but I couldn't go up and talk to this person because I always wanted to meet this person or work with this company, but I wasn't ready. I didn't feel I was ready with my introduction. I wasn't ready with my body language. I wasn't wearing the right clothes. My hair was a mess. You need to be ready, and it doesn't take too much once you learn what works for you. It is only when you have no idea what to do, you either don't work on anything or you just do something with a little bit of trial and error. That's why it's important to invest in yourself. Agree? Give me a thumbs up emoji. Because you have to agree with this. Like when you're saying something, the same content that you're talking about could have a completely different message with a completely different body language, right? Your facial expressions give context to what you're saying. How your facial expressions are related to what you are saying must match. Okay, so your facial expressions make you feel more emotions. That is another reason why you should be engaging in your facial expressions. Like I mentioned earlier, your smile reduces stress, and being forced to furrow like this to your brows, when you constantly maintain these facial expressions, it could be either because of your boss or your colleagues or your children or the money situation or just a bad email or somebody texting without saying hi. It could be the smallest of thing that can bring you to this expression. This can induce different kinds of emotions in you, right? It could be feeling of sadness, anger, disgust, irritation. Now, when your facial muscles start to engage in these movements, it is literally like your handwriting. When you start writing in bad handwriting, you just get used to it and that becomes your handwriting. Similarly, your facial muscles become tight and they keep getting stuck in certain expressions. So you will be stuck in that emotional state with that expression. Have you ever seen somebody saying, I'm very happy? I'm a very happy person. I'm feeling very happy right now. Because when people are stressed, when their facial muscles are stressed, it is hard for their emotions in there to be anything else but stressed or sad or irritated or angry. These muscles, once they start contracting and remain in that position, that becomes your face. Like more scrunch, it all comes in. Have you seen like this? Your eyebrows are in, your eyes are in, your nasolabial folds become more pronounced. Your lips, when you're irritated or angry, they become tighter. Your breathing changes, you become faster. Then you become fast in your speech as well. So you have lesser control on everything related to your personality or the way you're presenting yourself. Now, these muscles, once they become stuck in these positions, these become your permanent wrinkles as well. So it is important through either training your brain to stay in a relaxed state of mind, your face will learn to do it. And you will see it. If you're irritated, your brain and your face match. Similarly, when you tell your brain to calm down, when you smile from within, and if you can't do it inside, just change your facial expressions. Even if you're irritated, smile. Force yourself to smile for a few seconds. You will see how it automatically impacts your brain as well. You will feel relaxed a lot quicker than you imagined. And it's important because you can't let other people's behavior dictate your expressions. It has to come from your own personal control. And I'm not talking about any philosophy here. I'm just talking about how you can control your impression. So let me see if any of you, thank you for all the blessings coming my way. Oh, you love to see me always. I would love to. I love coming live as well, but sometimes it is not that possible. I'm seeing some really good topics that you guys are throwing out there. Do we look like the mirror in reality? No. I will give you more on this in a video, maybe, or maybe another live. You have followed me forever. Thank you. Thank you. That is Iris from South Africa. Amazing. Something about anger. These are all your emotions, and that is reflecting on your face. Don't forget, it also increases the stress hormone in your body, which ages you faster too. So, yeah. And it is so important, guys, to control your facial expressions. I wouldn't even just say controlling, but learning how to use them better. Because some of you are afraid to be, let's say, on social media, or you're afraid to go out on a date or do that presentation that I talked about, or but learning how you engage your facial expressions and your emotions for the audience to feel more connected to you is the reason why you should actually even learn how to control your facial emotions, your facial expressions. All right, so tell me, How many of you have watched some of my face yoga content? And since I'm talking about your facial muscles and how the stress in the face can build versus when your face is open, like when I talked about this, everything comes in the center, that could become your permanent face versus when you open everything up, right? Like, see this to this, open, pull your eyebrows into your temple, your eyes up, open your face. It automatically opens, engage your facial muscles. It opens up your face. You see this face versus this. If you're laughing, feel free to send an emoji, a laughing emoji, or if you relate to it, please comment below. I really need to see what you have to say about that. But droopy face, your droopy face versus your facial muscles engaged, your face looks completely different. So this versus this looks very different, and the expressions are very different, the emotions behind this is very different, and the whole look, your appearance, your attractiveness completely changes. So I personally don't believe a lot of people are beautiful, but it is their energy, their warmth, their attractiveness that really makes us feel like that's a beautiful person. Otherwise, you have some really pretty people, but you're like, I don't like her. I just don't like her energy. I don't think she's pretty or he's pretty at all. Tell me if you've seen those people. I have. And go ahead. I'm looking for those messages in the chat. So, coming back to face yoga, I want you to learn how you can engage your tongue to make sure that your facial muscles are engaged. There are a ton of other exercises you can do. You can also purchase my face yoga, not face yoga, it's a 1 week face massage challenge. Literally massage your face for 2 to 3 minutes a day. That's all you take to make sure you're erasing those tension muscles or the stress muscles in your face out. Just completely get rid of that expression that's causing either wrinkles to form very soon or changing your facial expressions and your impression. So all it takes is 1 week, but I suggest you have the access to the video for much longer. So I want you to take your before pictures and then start doing these exercises, or rather massages, every day with your skincare routine with the same exact products that you could be using. Just include one more face oil when you're doing the massage because it has a little more glide to it, and perform it for 1 whole month. Repeat that same routine for a whole month, 2 months, 3 months. Take a picture at the end of every month, and you will see a difference in how your face opens up a lot more. Like when this happens, it is pushing your eyes down too. And this happens, it's pushing your marionette lines down too. So, learning how to keep your facial muscles not only engaged, tighter, lifted, work on them to keep them toned, just like you keep your body, it also completely opens up your face. You saw that? Did you see that? Ooh, I like those messages there with those little glittery. So many new people are joining in, I see. Hello. Emily, Prakash, Haya, Salima, Anna, Louis, Jewel Lusher. Thank you. All of those who are laughing. I'm still laughing with you in my heart. Alrighty. Okay, actually, let me just add that link here. Ta-da. And here is the face massage challenge link. I can get carried away and start reading some of these messages and forget about getting back to the topic. But I think that's what we are here for, not just for me to keep talking, but to engage. Chat box is for you to talk to me. So please go ahead and talk, laugh, smile, change your expressions. If you're doing that while I'm teaching this session, please share that with me. So have you seen that sometimes when you're stuck in a bad mood, it is hard to change your expression, but There is a way to trick your brain and control your emotions to be able to express better. Take control of anything that you want to. It could be, there are a lot of people who say, people think I think people don't like me. A lot of people tell me that I look always mad, or they think I am angry or irritated. And if you are going in for any important meeting, for example, or any of the reasons, if these things play on your mind and you've heard this over and over again, now what does this do to your brain? It tells you that yes, that is who you are. You are not a person who's liked by others. People meaning, if five people tell you this, you think 5,000 people believe this about you. But you can, one, through controlling your facial muscles, of course, you can take control of these things, but you can also give yourself a time frame. And I say this because a time frame is very important. If I just tell you, like, say, if I was a doctor and you come to me and say, I have a headache, and I say, it might go away in 2 years, it might be for a lifetime, it could go away by tomorrow, or if you just sleep well, you should feel fine. You would be like, which one of these is going to happen? You don't know if it is a headache that's going to go away in a day, or is this the headache that's going to last me my whole life? You need to know what is time bound. And once you know that, hey, this is going to take me a week, and doctor has said that I need to make sure I sleep for 7 hours a night, and this headache will go away, then you will do what is needed for that time frame. Similarly, when it comes to your face or for your impression, if any event matters, if you are going to be up on stage, for example, or you're going to be hosting a meeting, train your brain. Tell your brain, here's the trick, that you have a 15-minute presentation, or you're going to be talking to people. In this, you're going to put up X act, whatever that act is, whatever your end result is that you're achieving. It could be a motivating talk, it could be a presentation for better financial results, it could be anything that you're going to be talking about. But for that moment, you're going to maintain a certain act. You're going to maintain the act of a happy person. And what I'm teaching you right now is not what will last in the long run, because this is for someone who wants to trick their brain for that temporary time frame. And it is possible, because say it's like your body language. If you have droopy shoulders, bad body language from your childhood, a lot of people say, Parmita, how can I have better posture all the time? It is hard. I just collapse after some time. Of course, you collapse because your back doesn't have the strength to carry it. So, my first suggestion is to make your back strong, make your neck muscle strong, spend lesser time on phone, sit on better chairs, sit in better posture, make this a habit, exercise. There are so many things you can do. But when there is a need, say if you're going in for a date, you're going in for something important, if you're going to be there for an hour, 2 hours, for that moment, you need to learn what works for your body, and you take control of that. If you're wearing a tight fitted dress and you know you have a little bit of a belly, you know you will suck it in. And women do that. Tell me if I'm right. You go for that 1 hour of meeting, even if your feet are hurting, you walk in those high heels and act comfortable. You suck that belly in for that whole 1 hour, even if you can't do 20 crunches in the gym. We are women, we have a lot of secrets. Tell me, you guys do this or not, and successfully so, right? So the same thing can be applied to your face as well. If something is important, work on some of the tips I'm giving in the long run, but please try to work on controlling it for that duration. Give yourself a time limit and say, I'm going to work on my facial muscles, and I am going to be in control of my emotions. I'm going to be in control of my expressions for this period to create the impression I want to, whatever that impression is. And I know at this point, a lot of you might be relating it to your personal experiences. So tell me what that is. I want you to write that in the chat box here. What is it, or where is it that you have felt that I wish I knew this earlier and this meeting would have gone well, or I could have spoken more in this meeting, I wouldn't have judged myself as harshly, or can we or I could have been a lot more confident on a date. So I need to hear that from you. where that experience came from, so that I understand where you people can apply this, and I can create more videos or content or more live streams around those topics. So please let me know if this has happened to you or not. Very important. I'm going to take a few minutes and read some of your um, messages, your chat box. And I will also give you, I know some of you want to know more about where you can find all my face yoga courses, because it's not just face massages. There are multiple different courses that I've created, from your 1 week face massage challenge to your facial symmetry. Your facial symmetry changes with age. There are different. Oh, somebody actually did talk about, I was just talking about asymmetry, and I did see someone talking about it. Yes, so there are face yoga courses on this topic. There is something for your eyes. Some people, if you experience more aging around your eyes, there are exercises just for this area. There are exercises for your mouth region, for your lower half of the face, for your neck. There is a queen neck program. When it comes to your overall personality and your brand, I believe every human being can be a brand. Like, I think Nike wouldn't have sold for $200 if it didn't have that tick mark on it. If it wasn't positioned in the market the way it is positioned, it would have been just a $20 shoe on Amazon. But because of the brand that is created, because there is a certain message that shoe creates, and that's what I want every human being to be able to create, especially women, because I see how transforming this confidence in today's day and age, where women are trying to create a place for themselves in this world. It is so important for you to be able to be more in control of your impression. I see a lot of women who come to me in their 30s after they've become a mother. Their bodies have changed. They feel they don't know how to style their current bodies. People, women in their 40s, 50s, even 70s, they say, Parmita, you're so right. There is nothing when I go out to shop, when I ask for outfits for my age, they're just really boring clothes. But I totally believe that at any age you can dress better, you can create a brand of yourself. There are a lot of women who come and tell me, Parmita, um, all these millennials can make me feel a little insecure. I want to make sure that I bring to the table not just the confidence and the knowledge and the education and the experience I have had in the past, but also the confidence that my body should reflect right now, what my clothing reflects, what my body language, my face, my makeup. My makeup routine is very dated. If I just see a random YouTube video and try to do that makeup, I look completely off. So it is very important to learn what works for you. You are a very different individual as compared to anybody else. You have different strengths, different weaknesses, different body. And yeah, that's where my skills can help you. My website, you know that, is parmitakatkar.com. If you're watching this live, clearly you've seen a lot of my content in the past. But it is time for me to go, and I will be continuing this chat on a different link, which will be only for my followers, my not followers, for my subscribed members. So please hit that join membership button, become a member, and I will start that live. Not everyone has access to it, only the precious members from my community will have access to it. And we will talk more about how to trick your brain to quickly change your expressions. Alrighty, guys, it was lovely, lovely spending this time with you, but I got to go. By the way, this video will be available on YouTube as well, so you can watch it again. Let me take 2 minutes to just go through this chat here, some of the messages here. Where to enroll? I did send the links right here in the chat box. Let me see if I can send you all three quickly. Oh, you mean the Okay. If you're asking me for the link to join the live stream for the members, it'll be on my YouTube video. You will see the live stream will begin and only the members can hit the join button. All right. I'm ready to end the stream. Guys, please don't repeat the same message again and again. There are other people who are also trying to text, but if you send me long messages and the same message repeated over and over again, I do not get an opportunity to read the other text. So please. Alrighty. I'm going to go. See you soon.